Hello, and welcome to the conversation. Hello, everyone. I hope y'all are having a great evening. I hope you're having a great day. Today with my guests, you're gonna notice that we are like in two different time zones. So that's gonna be like so awesome, so grand. But again, everyone who is joining the conversation on this evening, on today, I just want to say hello and welcome. If this is your first time joining the conversation and you want to be a part of the conversation community, we have a community here on the conversation that we love to talk, we love to converse, we just love to have dialogue with one another. So again, if you are not a part of the conversation community and you would like to be a part of the conversation community, hey, you can be a part of the community by three ways. And yes, that's what I said, by three ways. You can like it, share it, or make a comment. Hey, and the comments that you're making, we will definitely be sure to answer any questions that you have. And also, we will also be able to talk about some different things. So this evening with my guests, like I said, we are definitely in two different time zones. So if there is we might have a little technical difficulties, but I just want to say, y'all, please bear with us. And again, welcome to everyone who has joined. So what I would like for everybody to do, hey, tell me, where are you tuning in from? Where are you listening from? Tell me just a little bit about where you're listening from. And so before we get into it, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the different signs and symptoms of mental health. On this month, you guys, on this month, Conversation Community, we are talking about males and mental health. We are talking about how mental health affect our males, how it affect our male community. As ladies, we are more vocal and we express a little bit more about our feelings, about how we're feeling, about what things are going on. But we do know in our male communities, in which we haven't given the males space, we haven't allowed them to have that space to really be vocal and verbalize their emotions and their feelings. But I really hope that because of this show, because of the shows, that our men, and just even in our women, that we allow our men to have that space to verbalize their feelings and their emotions. And even with our children, as mothers raising young men, we have to allow them that same space to verbalize their emotions, to express their feelings, and let them know also that sharing their feelings and sharing their emotions, that it's nothing wrong with it. It is okay. It's okay to express how you're feeling. It's okay to express, what's going on the inside of you. What are you thinking? Like, what are your thoughts? What are you feeling? These are some things that we really want to know, because we are here to bring an awareness, and we're definitely here to bring some normalcy, to normalize expressing our feelings, expressing our thoughts and our emotions. So again, like I say, I'm just giving a couple different signs that you might see in some loved ones, in some family members, in some friends and colleagues. And you might see these signs and reach out to them if you can, and just say, hey, have you ever thought about talking to someone? Have you ever thought about talking to a professional, about what's going on, how you're feeling? I'm noticing some things. And I will definitely tell you that when you do address that, please come in a non-judgmental space. Come in a space where your heart and your mind is open to, also, so that they could be more receptive to what you're saying. But just some signs that we may see with anxiety and depression, excessive worry, also overeating. You might be eating a lot. You may not be eating at all. We find ourselves in isolation, withdrawing ourselves. We lose interest from the things that we used to really, really enjoy. Also tempers. You might want to lash out to people, crying, just sadness, And you don't have to, a person doesn't have to have all of these symptoms, but just a majority of them. And then, like I say again, you see those patterns, you see what's going on. And so we want to come to them in a non-judgmental space. But those are just some signs and some symptoms that you will see from someone who may be dealing with depression or anxiety. And like I said again, we just want to bring that awareness to the community. And so we can help someone who might be dealing with this. And we know with the pandemic and everything that's going on, it's a lot. And I stress, it is a lot that is going on in the world. And so we just definitely want to be able to help our loved ones or help someone that might be going through anything, whatever they're going through. We just definitely want to help them. So, but without any further ado, we definitely want to get to our guests, have our guests come on and let our guest, Richard, let him introduce himself to everyone. And so y'all can know more about him. So we got Richard in the screen. Hi, Richard.
All
How are you
right.
doing?
Yes, hi, Andre. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
Awesome. Awesome. So you
Yeah,
guys have
yeah.
Richard here. Richard, I want you to tell the conversation community a little bit about yourself.
All right, all right, all right. Okay, my name is Richard Nyikwagh. I'm from Nigeria in West Africa. Um, yes, I'm married with two kids, two beautiful daughters.
And your wife
Yes,
just
so
had a
presently
birthday,
I
right?
work. Yeah, she had a birthday. That was just yesterday.
Okay, yeah. She's
Yes,
so beautiful. She is so, so beautiful.
yes,
So tell her I said she's so beautiful.
yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Um, yeah, so basically, I have a background in finance. I have a degree in economics, and recently, I, um, I did an MBA. Yes, so basically, I'm into finance, I'm into writing, and I'm into motivation. So
Oh,
basically,
that's
that's what I
good.
do.
That's
Yeah,
really
thank you.
good. That's really good. And for
All right.
anyone, if you didn't hear, Richard was saying that he's definitely into economics, motivation, and writing. And definitely even with economics, sometimes that's very hard to be in. Um,
Yeah.
but, but one thing,
Yes.
I definitely commend you for being a writer. I
Uh,
I don't call
and
myself a writer. I do write, but I just commend you for writing. Like,
okay.
bravo.
Thank you. Thank you.
you know, we have to all find our strong suits, and that's just not one of my strong places. But
Okay.
but
That's funny.
also, so Richard, tell us. Well, I know you said you're in economics, so give
Yeah.
us a little bit about like what got you into economics, being a writer and a motivator.
All right. All right. Basically, writing has been a part of me. I grew up
Hmm.
writing. Ever since I was in elementary school, I was writing. So it was like a passion. What you have inside you. So it's not something that you just wake up and you start writing. It's something that you love doing. So it's like passion. So about economics, when I was in high school, that was one of the best subjects I was good in. So I saw it as an opportunity to further the discipline, to learn more about it. Because when you love something,
Mm,
you tend more to want to try to know more about it, have more knowledge, and you know that you're going to do well in that discipline. So that's
yeah.
what motivated me to continue in that line and to read economics. And of course, an MBA is very good for any person that wants to pursue a business career. So that also
Mhm,
was an added motivation to the degree in economics. So
mhm,
writing is no that I really wanted to pursue that as a career, but it was like born out of passion. So basically,
yeah.
that's the interconnection between all these disciplines.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Well, we're very glad that you did pursue your economics and that you did, that you enjoyed doing it also.
Yeah.
So this month on the conversation, we are definitely talking about males and mental health. And
All
so
right.
we want to know, have you ever dealt with, or have you ever had any challenges with mental health? Where you might have felt yourself being sad. We talk about how males aren't allowed to express their feelings, express their
Yeah.
emotions.
Yeah.
And so we
Yeah.
wonder, like, is it the same even in Nigeria? Like, is it hard for males to express their feelings and emotions there too? Because in
Yes.
the US,
Yes.
it's definitely hard.
Yes, yes, it's a very interesting topic here. Actually,
Mm,
men, they are meant to have this masculine nature of nothing should get into you. You're a man, you should need to
mhm,
be strong. You're the head of the house, and all of that. So basically, yeah, mental health has been an issue, especially for men, because they deal with so much. Uh,
mhm.
because, like for example, they can molest both males too, as in sexually, but you are not allowed to say it because it's more popular when they molest the women sexually. So it's like there's this culture. Will I say is it culture? As in a stigma or something that
Mhm.
males should
Yes.
not cry, males should not comment on this, they should be strong, and all of that. So I see that males they go through a lot trying to to kill their feelings, their expressions, their emotions, to a large extent. So I feel it's not really about being black, being white, being from Africa, being from Australia or from Asia. It's generally a stigma on men. Men are meant to be
Mm.
strong and to kill their emotions and feelings. So mental health has really been an issue, even in
Yeah.
Nigeria here. Oh,
Mm. And so how has it been an issue in Nigeria? And you know what, Richard, I really like how you said it when you was like, it's a culture thing within
yeah,
men. It's men,
yeah,
period. Where
yeah.
men, like you said, they're the head of the households. They have to be
Mm.
strong. They're
Maybe
told,
strong,
not to cry,
not to
hide your
cry,
feelings.
hide your feelings.
Yeah,
Mm.
all of that. And so with like being as a male, I guess I want to say as a male for you,
Mm.
how have you found it challenging or difficult to even express your feelings and emotions? Like, I know you said you're married with two kids. So before
Yeah.
you got married to your wife, was it hard for you to express your emotions? And when did you start? I know it's a lot of
Okay.
questions in there.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Of course. But I feel it's something that can be learned too. You can learn it. There's nothing that we cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. There's always space for to try something new, or to or to have or to break the chain. To
Mhm.
break a cultural barrier or something. So
Mm.
before, like for my work, we have been trained to handle pressure, to handle even people that are mentally unstable, and all of that. So I had that also that background of training on
Mhm.
how to to keep my emotions in check. So, but I also learned that it's not bad. It doesn't reduce my being a man when you express your
Mm.
emotions. There's no reduction in that. So I feel there's nothing bad. If there's need to cry, if you feel deep emotion for something, let it out. Let it go out from. It's like a burden on your chest or on your heart. So when you lift it, you become light. So
Mm.
I've learned to lose things, to make my burdens to be lighter, and
Mhm.
of course to show my emotions. But it also means I have to grow my emotional intelligence to handle myself and to handle people around me. So it has to do with both my personal life and also my professional life.
Yes, I like that. Oh my goodness,
Mhm.
I'm kind of upset you stopped. I'm like, no, give me more, give me, give me more, give me
All
more.
right.
But
All right.
I like how you said the emotional intelligence,
Yeah. Mm,
knowing when to be able to release those emotions, and like you
yes.
said before, that there's nothing wrong with releasing those emotions. Like you said,
Mm.
if you feel it, let it out. And it does
It doesn't
not go.
reduce
Yes,
being a man.
yes, what
Yeah.
I was just about to say. Yes,
I hope you
I
caught
like it when
that.
I like it when you said that. When you said you was like, it does not reduce you being a man.
Yeah. Yes.
And I feel like that's what a lot of men need to
Mm,
understand is it don't reduce you being a man. Like you are
mm,
still a man and you can
mm,
release your emotions. You can still cry. You can express how you're feeling. And like you said too, it makes you feel lighter. It's like a heavy load kind of lifted off of you when you
yes.
do get that chance. I wouldn't say
Mm,
chance because I know
mm,
sometimes with men they don't get that opportunity. So
mm.
it's like when you do get the opportunity to express yourself. But so do you believe that for a man to express his feelings and his emotions that he has to be hmm, and I want to say well I guess so. He has to be willing to express his emotions and he has to take charge. That's what I want to
Mm.
say. He has to
Yes.
take
Yes.
charge, like be the head to know like, okay, hey, I'm going to express myself right now.
Yes. He has to take charge and he has to know what he's doing. And of course, he also needs support because sometimes if you do that, you may have people that you will speak against you. So you need
Mm,
people to understand you and to support you in difficult times because it's possible that in those difficult times, if you do that, um, you may have a misinterpretation. So
mm,
you need support always mm, to have a balance between your life and your profession and anything that concerns you. So you always need support, and of course, we have friends and family. That's the greatest support we have.
yeah. Oh my goodness, you're so right. You're right. So when you
Mm.
say that we should have, well, not well, as men, I'm gonna say
Yeah,
we
yeah,
should have
man.
support
Yeah,
as
yeah.
men.
No, nobody can put your shoes for men. And so it's like,
I'm sorry. Look, that's why
so
I was
if
like,
you're in,
us, and I was like, well, wait a minute, no, I'm not a man.
uh,
You're the
yeah, yeah, sure, 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 for men.
yeah. So for men, how do you for men that support system, what should their support system look like? Let's say they don't have support. So how can they gain that support system?
All right, all right. Oh, there are so many channels of having a system. For those
Mm-hmm.
that are married, you have your spouses.
Mm-hmm.
For those that are single too, you have your parents, you have your friends, you have your colleagues, and also there's nothing bad to have a mentor. If you have someone that you can look up to,
Yeah.
the person can handhold you to guide you on so many areas of your life. It can be academically, it can be mentally,
Mm-hmm.
in all areas of your life. So you need
Mm-hmm.
guidance, you need support. So this support system, it comes in various forms, but it depends on you now to know when and who to select, because you don't
Mm-hmm.
just meet someone and say that be my mentor. It
Yeah.
means that person must have a similar lifestyle to you or where you aspire to be like. Or, that's your long-term dream. So you try to have
Yeah.
mentors when those persons are people that you look up to, that can handhold you, can guide you, and it can lead you aright. So I
Yeah.
feel these are the basic support systems that we have for,
Mm. That's
for
good.
men. Mm.
But oh wait. Okay, Richard. Trying to Oh, okay, community. Okay, okay, TC community. Do you not see that Richard just called me out was like for men? Like, okay,
Yeah,
Richard.
yeah,
But you're right. You're right. And I understand. I understand. But I know it's very good, even for women, men and women. It's really good to have that support system. And I like how you said that their support can come from different places and different people, but at the same time, you have to be very selective about who
yeah.
you have in that support circle and your support system at the same time, because
Mm,
everyone is not going to be able to handle or deal with what you're going through or even you expressing your emotions.
yeah, sure, sure.
hmm because some people, they see men as they supposed to be the man, like you said, strong, not
Sure.
crying, kill your emotions, don't do this, that's how they see them. And so you wouldn't want that person being a part of your support system,
Yeah,
you
sure,
know.
sure.
And you want to be
Mm,
able to have someone that can give you that space, that no judgment space, someone that's
yeah,
non-judgmental. So,
yeah,
awesome. Like, this is so good, Rich. This is really, really good. I'm enjoying this.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so, like, can you give us some experiences maybe that you have seen yourself in your, maybe in some friends and some colleagues or
Mm.
within maybe your family, of someone that have suffered or maybe struggled? I don't want to say suffered, but definitely struggled with mental health challenges.
Yes. Well, I've seen people that have gone through those issues, and mostly it has to do with finances. You know,
hmm
for men, finance is one of the important things to make life to be easier, not only for themselves but for their family members. So when there's
hmm
an absence of these finances, it can make someone to be unstable. You see someone
hmm
that maybe does not hit his wife or his spouse, we start doing that just because he's financially handicapped also.
Yeah.
So I've seen such scenarios that have made people that you saw them as mentally stable people, they become unstable just because
hmm
of the absence of basic amenities of life, things that make life to be easy. They have power, they have food, they have shelter. So I've seen such issues, especially here in Nigeria. That
hmm
so I feel it's a matter of the person involved because someone else in that shoes can act in a different way, but the majority may act in a particular way.
hmm
So I've seen this issue of mental health having a correlation with other indices, and like maybe economy, maybe the health of the nation, security, even security
Yeah.
challenges can yes, it can make people to be unstable. When you don't
hmm
have shelter, you don't feel secure and safe. There's a
hmm
tendency that you may be unstable mentally because we have people that are in IDP camps. They're in the forest. They don't have shelter and all of that. So this issue of mental health is not only one dimensional. It relates with other indices or sectors of the economy
Yes.
or the human being. That's what I feel.
Yes. You are so right. You are so right, because you know what? And I think that's what we we forget to look at all of the other outside dimensions that's
Mm,
playing a part within someone's stability, within
mm,
someone else's mental health. And like you said, you
mm.
have so many different sectors, as in someone who is financially unstable,
Yes.
that plays a big part on their mental health. If they don't have the finances that
Mm,
they might have wanted, and so they're not stable in their finances, and
mm,
that can trigger a person to go into depression, and also trigger them to where they can They'll be beating their wives, like you said, beating their girlfriends,
Yeah,
domestic
yeah,
violence.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was
Sure. They can
that was
become violent.
something.
Mm,
Yes, you're right.
mm,
That was
mm,
something that was on a high rise.
mm,
I definitely know in the States was when the pandemic hit, and because everyone was had the shelter in place,
mm,
that domestic violence was really,
mm,
really, really, really high.
mm.
And they
See?
was like, it was like all over it was over the news. I mean, newspapers, it was like everywhere. And what it was because people were so used to what I guess going out. They were so used to having their experiences, and they
Mm,
were used to like hanging out with their friends, going to work, being
mm.
stable, being a man, bringing home the finances, being that
Yes.
stabilizer.
The
And
daily
like,
bread and all of that.
yes,
Mm,
definitely,
mm.
bringing
Yeah.
home the bacon. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, because they had their strong role of being
Mm,
the head of the house. And so once the shelter in place came, they felt like they were inadequate because they didn't have those finances that they normally would have had before. And so that's why domestic violence was on a high rise at that point in time when the pandemic first started. And so
yes.
you're absolutely right. Yeah. When we look at all those other different, like I said, different sectors and different systems, that's
Mm,
just without your immediate. So when we look at the immediate, like the micro system, we're
mm,
looking at the individual and their immediate household. But then
mm.
we go and we look at the mesio system, and that's like your work, your colleagues, school
Yeah.
and things like that. But then we have to look at the macro, which is the bigger system, and in that
Yeah.
macro system, that's where here you come on in with the economy. We're looking at the economics, what the economy is
Yes.
doing. And if the
Yes.
economy isn't right, and if the jobs are not doing good, then that
Mm,
affects a person all the way down to that individual, to that microsystem. And so you're
yes.
absolutely right. Look, you done brought me back some stuff. Look,
Yeah.
you done brought me back and put me back in some places. So, I don't really tend to talk about the micro, the meso, and the macro systems
Mm,
a lot.
mm,
But you're
mm,
so right, though. They
mm.
affect the macro, and the mesio affects the micro, which is
Yeah.
us.
Yes. Us. Yes. Us. Individuals at the micro
Hmm. You're right. You're right. And so,
and the
with,
overall.
oh, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Mm. Okay, I was saying the individual is the micro, while the macro
Hmm.
are all the indices that affect the individual.
Yes. Yes. So you're so yeah. And you're right. And you're right. And like I say, that's something else that we some people don't tend to look at, is what is affecting them within their systems. And it's like a
Mm,
domino effect, it just kind of hits. And it's just like in relationships, there's like a domino effect. Something happens that triggers a person to go into that will trigger their anxiety. Like something can trigger a person's anxiety. Something can trigger. And when I say trigger, the word trigger, meaning for the TC community who might not, be aware with the term trigger, and I'm not talking about, an assault rifle trigger people. I'm talking about with their mental health triggers, like something that can trigger them, something that can set them off. Um, because if they have been, even if they have past experiences with a traumatic experience, they can be set off, or they can be triggered by someone walking in the room. They can be triggered by a smell. They can be triggered by an old house. Like if something really traumatic happened at a house, they can go back to that house, and they can be triggered, and it can put them into a space, an uncomfortable space, to where they they might lash out, to where they might be go into isolation, be depressed, be sad, or constantly worrying. That's when their anxiety kind of kicks up, and they're constantly worrying. And so these again, like I said, these again are different just signs and symptoms that you can see from a person that everything is not okay, that something is definitely wrong. And I know we tend to ask the question all the time, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And I believe that we should change from that phrase of what's wrong with you to what has happened. And I believe it was Oprah, her and Prince Harry, when they were doing that segment on the me they don't see. And it really just talks about people living their lives or going through or having mental illnesses, and how different things affect their mental health. And I really, really did like the show. If anyone who hasn't checked it out, I would definitely encourage you to check it out. It's on Apple TV, The Me They Don't See. And like I said, it just talks about this. It talks about managing and coping with your mental health. And so when I say cope, we want to talk about different coping skills that a person can have, that a person can utilize when they are when they might feel themselves becoming depressed, when they feel themselves being anxious, and the coping skills, or the different things that we can use to kind of help bring our feelings down, help us manage with our feelings, and help us deal more with what's going on currently. And I say currently because sometimes when we are so anxious, or when their anxiety is flaring up, they're not present in the moment. And so what we like to do is help them to become present in the moment, and what's going on. And so to get them more present in the moment, we like to they can do breathing. There are definitely breathing techniques. We call those relaxing techniques that can help. You have, well, and I believe last week when our guest was talking about journaling. So there's definitely journaling that we can do as a coping skill. We can have a hobby, whatever your hobby is, that can be very relaxing, very soothing for you. Sometimes for some people, it really is just reading a book, having that calm, that peace, reading that book. Meditation, being present in the moment, being centered, is really good. So that is something that someone can try, or that you can try. It's a lot of different coping skills that are out there, and these are just some. I'm just naming just a few that are kind of common that we talk about that can help a person to cope with their feelings and to calm down, to relax. And like I said again, coping, you really want to, just like I said again, just calm down and relax. And as someone who might have, or who might struggle with anxiety, depression, OCD, postpartum depression, and things like that, you want to be able to manage. And when we say the word manage, and we talk about managing your feelings, managing the things that you're dealing with, because we don't want to say that, oh, it's like a magic wand and poof, it's going to be gone. No, that's not it. But managing is being able to deal with, being able to handle the feelings that you have, being able to handle the anxiety when we're having a panic attack. Like I said again, when a panic attack, you want to bring them down and present in that moment. And so again, these are just a lot of different tools. These are different, a lot of techniques and things that I wanted to bring to the conversation community, that I definitely want to have you guys to be aware of, and just to know. Because again, like I said, if you see these different signs, these different patterns, these things happening to someone in your circle, your loved one, and you never know. And that's the thing about mental health. You never know. Well, now I want to say with mental illnesses, you never know. You today you can be fine, but like as Richard was saying, the economics has a lot to do too with how a person feels and what's going on with a person's mental health, because it all plays an important role. It all plays a role. And just to kind of just review back and go back over some things that he was talking about with men and how it's hard for men to express their emotions. It's because they're seen as the head of the household. They're seen to be strong. They're told not to cry. I like how he said they're told to kill their feelings. Like, get rid of your feelings. What you got feelings for? The only feeling we need to see you have is work, 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 and be happy. That's it. But it is so much more that goes into play. That is so much more that men have to deal with. And we want to, and I'm talking to my women, I'm talking to the community, that as women, we have to give our men and our young men and our children that space that allows them to express their feelings. It allows them to express their emotions and how they are, what they're thinking and how they're feeling. So giving them that space to be vulnerable, giving them that space to express like they're not having a good day, giving them that space to where they say, I'm feeling stressed out. I'm feeling overwhelmed. It's a lot going on, or my have this at work, or I'm trying to make sure that we're good at home, trying to take care of the house. It's so much that they have to deal with. So we just want to, as a community, as people, to just be mindful of these things, be mindful of what they go through. And I know we too, as women, definitely, we go through a lot too. But because this month is males and mental health, and we are focusing on our men, we want to be able to take care of our men too and help our men, because they struggle, they have challenges just as much as we do as women. And we want to be there for them. We want to continue to be there for them. I know that we are very strong women, and I'm saying strong in a sense where we are very supportive. That's the strong I'm talking about. Strong in the sense of support. We're very supportive to our men, and we want us to continue to be supportive of our men. So Richard, as I told you before, conversation community, he was in a different area. So I see that he wasn't able to get back on. So we kind of had some technical difficulties with that. But can I just say that it was a pleasure having Richard to come and be a guest on the conversation. If you would like to follow him on Facebook, his social media handles are coming across the screen. Definitely hit him up. See how he's doing. Find out some other things about him. And maybe then too, we can continue the conversation with Richard another day, because he really brought some really good things. And as he said too, it's not a black or white thing. It's not a location thing. It's not the United States or Canada or Australia. He said it is a culture. And he was talking about the male culture. Within the male culture, they all have these same issues, these same struggles, these same challenges when it comes to being able to express their thoughts and their emotions. And so we want to give them that space, that non-judgmental, peaceful space to share and express their thoughts and their emotions. So again, y'all reach out to Richard, see how he's doing. If you would like to follow me, you can follow me. Hey, on my social media at Andrea Flintroy. I'm always available. Hey, anytime you want to talk, want to chit chat, this is what I do. I'm happy to do it. I love what I'm doing. And I love coming back each and every Wednesday to see how the community is doing, to see what's going on with the community. And again, if there is a topic, is there something that you want to talk about, community? Let me know. I am definitely taking on some topics. So let me know what topic you would like for us to talk about, what topic that you want to hear more from and more about. So chime in, talk to me, because I like conversation. This is never a monologue. It's never just a dialogue between me and my co-guest, my guest, but it is definitely a conversation between you, the community, me, and whomever I have for a guest. So come on back next Wednesday, because we'll be back again talking about males and mental health, or whatever topic we're talking about at that time. So again, y'all have a good evening, have a good night, have a good day, whatever time zone you are in watching this. If you're watching a replay, let me see you say #replay. Let me know what are your thoughts. Let me know that you will love it. And y'all have a good one. And remember, always show up for yourself and make yourself a priority, and show the world who you are, and don't allow the world to tell you who you are. I love you guys. Be blessed, and peace out.